Hello again, FA Nation. Justin Fensterman back with you, and it's Fantasy Football Stock Watch time. Let's talk about some of the players that are trending up and others that are trending down when it comes to their fantasy football production potential. Let's hit the market. First, for a few players trending up, let's start with Josh Jacobs. He's been a top 7 running back producer in PPR leagues, and he's running for 4.8 yards per carry this season. There was major speculation that the Raiders' carries would be split among multiple running backs, but after receiving 28 carries on Sunday, the Raiders continue to put a ton of stock into Jacobs. Jacobs scored his first 2 touchdowns of the season in Week 4, hasn't lost a fumble yet, and has received 11 targets combined in his last 2 games and caught 10 of them. The Chiefs will be a tough test on the ground for Jacobs, but if Derek Carr continues to throw to him, he could find success in the air like Leonard Fournette and Rachaad White did in Week 4 against them. Also trending up, let's go with Romeo Doubs. Doubs has received 8 targets in both of his last 2 matchups and has scored touchdowns in back-to-back weeks. He's caught nearly 80% of the passes thrown to him and has a team-leading near 18% target share. He averages 9.7 yards per grab. While the Giants won't be the easiest matchup, they haven't had a challenging QB schedule as they faced Ryan Tannehill, Baker Mayfield, Cooper Rush, and Justin Fields. Aaron Rodgers will pose a bigger challenge for the Giants in London. Also on the rise, wide receiver Chris Olave. The Saints rookie currently ranks 8th in receiving yards among wide receivers. He has an over 25% target share and has been thrown to 36 times. The Saints have been a bit banged up as they were without Jameis Winston, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas in London, but Olave has been securing passes for at least 16 yards per catch in each of his last 3 battles. The Saints have the Seahawks next, and we just saw Jared Goff throw for 378 yards against them without Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now for a few players trending down, let's start with Najee Harris. The Steelers' offensive line has been brutal, and Harris has been rushing for 3.5 yards per carry. We just saw him run for 4.1 yards per carry against the Jets, but the schedule gets very difficult for Harris as he has to contend against the Bills, Buccaneers, Dolphins, and Eagles before the Steelers bye. Yikes. He's not having much success at the Steelers' passing attack. He caught 5 passes in Week 2 and 5 collectively in the other 3 weeks. Plus, Kenny Pickett came in replacing Mitch Trubisky mid-game and vultured Harris twice for scores on Sunday. Harris should still get the volume on the ground, but that upcoming schedule is very daunting. Another faller on the Steelers, Chase Claypool. Kenny Pickett came in against the Jets and threw 3 interceptions. There will be some growing pains for the Steelers rookie, and that could end up lowering the ceilings on all of their wide receivers. Claypool and George Pickens have received nearly the same amount of targets, but Pickens has out-targeted him in both of his last 2 outings, including 8-2 in Week 4. Claypool logged a 0 for fantasy players this past weekend and hasn't hit the end zone nor targeted more than 6 times in any game. Final faller, Michael Carter. Rookie Breece Hall outsnapped Carter 46-31 in Week 4. Carter hasn't been fed more than 11 carries in a game and has run for just 3.7 yards per carry this year. Hall is the bigger back and has run for 1 yard more per carry than Carter. We've seen Carter's targets drop over the last few weeks, while Hall was targeted 15 times combined in his last 2 battles. Seeing Hall get 17 carries on Sunday, the most amount a Jets running back has been given this year, is very discouraging for Carter, who should continue to see his overall usage drop in favor of Hall.